Forget the cards for a second. Forget the ratings. Forget the flashy animations that make every pack opening feel like you've just won the lottery. There's one thing in eFootball that's somehow more stressful than opening a 150-player box, and it's pressing use on a skill token. Because explain this to me. I have a midfielder who desperately needs through passing. That's it. One skill. So I confidently use a skill token, and Konami hands me gamesmanship. Fine, I try again. Rabona again, chop turn again, scotch move again, flip-flap. At this point, I'm convinced the skill token menu isn't part of a football game. It's just a casino disguised as player development. And don't even get me started on position training. You spend weeks trying to build the perfect squad, finally get a position training token, pray for CMF, and somehow your striker is now qualified to play left back. Who designed this? Why am I gambling to improve a player that I already gambled to get in the first place? That's honestly the perfect way to describe eFootball today. It's a football game where almost everything feels like a gamble. The packs are a gamble. Skill tokens are a gamble. Position training is a gamble. Sometimes even your connection feels like a gamble. And with eFootball 27 getting closer, Konami has a huge opportunity to change that. The game already has an incredible foundation, but there are still so many frustrating problems that stop it from becoming the football game it could be. One of the biggest reasons people lose interest every few weeks isn't because the gameplay suddenly becomes bad. It's because there's barely anything exciting to do. Every Thursday has started to feel exactly the same. You log in, play the same AI event, collect the same rewards, finish in 20 minutes, and then wait another week to repeat the process. It's become so repetitive that sometimes I genuinely forget whether I'm playing this week's event or one from 3 months ago. During the recent eFootball Connect presentation, one of the very few announcements that actually made me think, finally, was the introduction of tournaments. That's the kind of feature this game desperately needs. Real competitions, knockout tournaments, weekend events, seasonal challenges, community competitions. Things that actually make you excited to log in instead of opening the game out of habit. Of course, none of those features matter if players can't even enjoy a stable match. It's honestly crazy that in 2026 there are still so many countries without nearby servers. Football is a game where every split second matters, yet some players are forced to deal with input delay simply because their nearest server is hundreds or even thousands of kilometers away. You press tackle and your defender decides he'll do it after writing an apology letter first. You try to pass quickly and the ball leaves your player's foot when the attack is already over. Losing because your opponent is better is perfectly fair. Losing because your internet packets had to take a world tour before reaching Konami's servers is not. While we're talking about frustrating gameplay, can we please have a serious conversation about AI matches? I don't mind difficult AI. In fact, I want difficult AI. What I don't want is fake difficulty. There's a massive difference. Right now, whenever Konami wants to make an AI match harder, it often feels like they simply make your own players forget how to play football. Suddenly your striker refuses to make runs. Your midfielders stand perfectly still. Your defenders react like they've never seen a football before. Instead of making the AI smarter, the game just makes your own team worse. That's not challenging, that's irritating. If the AI wants to beat me, let it beat me because it defended brilliantly, built beautiful attacks, and made intelligent decisions. Not because my 106 rated squad suddenly transformed into Sunday League players. Then there's the topic that's probably been haunting PES fans for years now. Master League. And before anyone says, Konami already did something similar, let me stop you right there. We don't want a watered-down replacement. We don't want some online version with a different name. We don't want Master League from Temu. We want the real Master League. The one that made people spend hundreds of hours building clubs, signing players, managing transfers, developing young talents, and creating stories that lasted for seasons. That's what made so many people fall in love with PS in the first place. And if Konami finally decides to bring it back, it has to be the genuine experience, not something that just borrows the name. Speaking of giving players what they actually want, Let's go back to skill tokens and position training because I genuinely think this system needs a complete redesign. There is absolutely no reason these rewards should be random anymore. If I earn a skill token, let me choose the skill I want. If I earn position training, let me choose the position I want. Reward me for actually playing your game instead of sending me back to another slot machine. The game already asks players to rely on luck when opening packs. It doesn't need to ask for even more luck when we're simply trying to improve the players we already own. Now, to be fair, I don't think everything Konami has done recently deserves criticism. They've actually started moving in the right direction with guaranteed rewards. We've seen more guaranteed opportunities than we used to, and credit should be given where it's due. But I still don't think they've gone far enough. The gap between free-to-play players and players who spend money remains enormous. And before anyone misunderstands me, I'm not saying paying players shouldn't have advantages. Of course they should. That's how free games survive. But free players should also feel like their time is respected. More guaranteed epic opportunities, better pity systems, and long-term progression would make saving coins feel rewarding instead of feeling like you're saving up for disappointment. Another feature that honestly surprises me isn't already in the game is something as simple as communication. Think about it. Games like Call of Duty, mobile have global chats, private messages, clan chats, and social systems that make the community feel alive. Meanwhile, in eFootball, your friend scores a 94th minute winner against you. And the only thing you can do is sit there silently while questioning your life choices. Give us a proper chat system. Let us message friends. Let us build communities inside the game instead of relying entirely on Discord or WhatsApp. And while we're making completely reasonable requests to Konami, I have one more. This one is incredibly important, probably the most important feature in the entire video. Konami, if by some miracle you're watching this, can you please add a pop-up that says, before opening any pack, subscribe to Kachi eFootball on YouTube? I'm being completely serious. Okay, maybe not completely, but somehow over 90% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. You guys show up every week, watch the videos, argue with me in the comments, roast my pack luck, then disappear like free chance deals. If you've been enjoying the content, just hit the subscribe button. It costs absolutely nothing, and unlike skill tokens, I can actually guarantee you'll get exactly what you clicked for. The final thing I want Konami to improve isn't even gameplay, it's communication. Every update shouldn't feel like players are solving a mystery. Give us proper roadmaps, tell us what's coming, explain why certain decisions were made. Be honest about what you're working on. Even if a feature is 6 months away, players would rather know the truth than spend months guessing based on blurry screenshots and rumors. At the end of the day, none of this comes from hatred. If I hated eFootball, I would have stopped playing it a long time ago. What would be the first thing you'd force Konami to fix before eFootball 27? Let me know in the comments. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.